We stone. We stone. We streaming. We streaming. We stone. We stone. We streaming. We streaming. Can't do this motherfucker. Like, yeah. Yeah. All my niggas in the chat and we also hot. It's fun. Stone. Stone. Stream. 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 Stone. Stone. Stream. Stone. 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 Stream. Stream. Stone. All my niggas in the chat and we like hot. It's fun. All my niggas gon' get that shit and roll. Yeah. We stone. We stone. We stream it and stream it. We stone. We stone and stream it. Yeah. Getting to the money, gotta get into the bag like yeah. Yeah. Roll up, plenty motherfuckers breathe like yeah. Yeah. All my niggas in the chat, they hot as fuck. Yeah. Getting to the bag, getting to the bag like yeah. All my niggas we stone the streaming. All my niggas we getting to the cheese and all my niggas we breathing. Ain't gon' stop going to stop breathing. Yeah. 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 Yeah, 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 yeah. We streaming, we stone, and streaming, we stone, and streaming, we stone, and streaming.
Sheesh.
Breezing through the leaf.
What
What?
a fucking duty, man.
What up? What up? What up?
It's your boy Righteous ain't playing.
It shows and checking. Oh shit, checking in. Or to check in without the god damn. Boy, it's shiny.
Hey, man.
The opposite of ashy.
That's wisdom. That's wisdom, sir. That's wisdom.
I'm just
The
shiny.
wisdom leaking out of your forehead. Yeah, sir, you have a wisdom leak? You have to call. You have to put in a maintenance request for that there wisdom leak.
Whew.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate all the thumbs up. Man, when y'all coming in, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button. Make sure y'all subscribe. All of that there, man.
Man, and it don't cost nothing to hit the thumbs up. I always forget to say that shit because you guys should actually know to hit the goddamn thumbs up by now. That's how I
Got my
be
True
feeling.
to the Movement shirt on.
Yeah.
And it's only right because I've got my True to the Movement shirt on.
Cheater.
I smoke a joint full of shit. If none of y'all don't know True to the Movement in real life, then that nigga right there is the Slather King. Boy, that nigga roll up the wettest joint you've ever seen, nigga, full of oils and potions and whatnots. I'm on my apple fritter Jeter for the day.
Cheater.
Now I do gotta cut up my smell containment.
That motherfucker look like it's gonna suck you inside that bitch. Yeah, you might want to move that. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 We're not doing it that extravagantly over here. I do have right now I'm gonna fire up this Blue Magic number 3. It was kind of funny. One was done in 7 weeks, one was done in 8, and nigga, one is still going now after week 9. That motherfucker's in the marathon. I don't know what happened to that one. It is still going. And I got a snowman. I only got 2 plants still going after week 9. That snowman and that fucking Blue Magic number 4, I believe, or it's either the 2 or the 4. My camera though. Here we go.
There we go. I had to get me something to stabilize the headphone unit. A couple things I will show you, man. Some of y'all have seen this, some of y'all have not. But the raw man came into my job where I work at and shit. And he had gave me some supplies that was pretty dope. Then he gave me this, which is the god damn. Hold up. Let's do it like this. There we
Whoa.
go. That's probably a little better. Yeah, gave me the boarding pass. It's pretty cool. I guess pretty much what it is.
Can you open that bitch? Okay, there we go.
It's a rolling tray. That's
Is
where
that
you
like a
grind
little
it all like
grinder,
that.
a manual grinder?
Yeah, and then you put the weed here. I guess you pour it out like that right there. Sounds pretty cool. At least I thought it was kind of cool.
What up, Dank Knowledge?
Give me that. Then they had gave me a couple packs of these artisanos. And I had told you about the shit when this shit had happened. Shit, man, I was hoping to get a really nice motherfucking interview from his ass, even if it was just 5 minutes. Cause you know me, I wanted to ask his ass, hey man, what are y'all doing about the heavy metals that's been found in the rice papers? Do you even care? I mean, shit, I'm still smoking raw, so I don't care. But I mean, maybe that's not the best way to be.
Nope.
He had gave me another pack. Then he had gave me these. These was the cone tips. But this is the ones for like the extra wide cones. Like you can this shit look like a fucking banana clip. Nigga, why you would need something that fucking big? I don't know, but okay.
Because it depends on how wide you want to make your cone. Are they perforated at the end?
Yeah, they got some perforations. Here, I'll show you. So pretty much they got a perforation right here.
Okay.
They got another one right here, halfway through. And they got a whole bunch at the end. So, you know, this is probably how you would probably even roll the motherfucker up.
It is. So the other two at it looked like the other two at the other end is if you want to make a real big cone or just a regular size cone. Like you would stop at that half point and rip that shit off if you just wanted a regular size cone. If you wanted a super big cone.
Man, I don't never need a filter to look like this. God damn. I'm pretty sure I did it wrong, y'all, but I don't need a filter to look like this.
You get the point, though.
Yeah.
What up,
and then the last thing that he gave me, which is pretty dope. I got a couple things I'm gonna send your ass. I'm gonna go over that, and y'all don't be talking shit because the nigga ain't.
I like bullshit.
First thing is gonna be coming up in your new box. I got you a air freshener from Drip, which is pretty cool.
Weed
Your
flavor.
car stank. It smell like booty cheeks and cigarette butts.
I don't smoke anymore, so there.
Then I got this, which is the cannabis cactus. This is something that's pretty cool that they have in a lot of the local dispensaries. This one got Jim Belushi.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I figured you would probably like that.
Yeah, I got all of them shits on my table back there.
And then
that's gonna be a good one though. I like Jim Belushi too.
Last thing I'm gonna send you is this.
What up, Elusive Genetics?
This is a sun shield for your windshield that say Drip on it and shit. So I'm gonna send that out to you, man. And the last thing I'm gonna send you is this, cause I know your ass will use it. You're the only nigga that would try to use this.
A pocket ashtray? Hell yeah. I actually consider buying one, especially when I smoked. I don't smoke no more now. I probably would still use it though, for sure.
So I'm gonna send it to you, man. And hopefully you'll be able to get some good usages out of it, you know?
Yeah, because even though I don't smoke no more, I do still smoke weed in my car. So.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that's what we got going on, representing True to the Movement. Shout out to the Raw Man, Drip, and all these other companies.
Shout out to the Raw Man.
Go ahead and we'll most definitely get that out to the boy Cho Wappy. But yeah, man, outside of that, man, I just want to shout out everybody in the chat real quick. Dank Knowledge, Enu the Life, Pip 1000, what's up? I talked to Karen Buffalo. He said he's going to try to get in here, so that's dope. We got Elusive Genetics 415 in the building. Man, he know about the Infinity Stones. But outside of that, man, shit, what you got going on,
you know, at my job, I've been working a fucking shit ton, so I haven't really been able to. Well, that's not the reason I haven't got any videos up, but That's the reason I haven't got any videos up this time. Because I wanted to put up some videos about that reversal. Because shit, them motherfuckers about to start opening up and dropping pollen at this point. So it got past where I wanted to start it at. But that's going pretty well right now, I'd say. It's always a fun time whenever I do it because I do both, and it makes me remember how cruise control breeding is with just males and females. It's like really cruise control. You just set that shit and forget it. So every time I do fem breeding, because you know I rotate, you know, back and forth. Every time I do a fem breeding, I always like forget how it is because it's, you know, you got to think about the shit pretty much, right? And I got the buttons now, but you know me personally, I like to have it to where I don't even have no bud meat barely. I just got mostly seeds. So I would say, in my opinion, it's a little further along than I would want it to be. But for the normal public, it's right where it needs to be.
Now, one thing I like to talk about.
But it looked great though. The reversals look great though. I am gonna post some pictures of that though.
Man, shit, maybe you'll be able to show us today. If not, it's okay. But
I can't because the lights never gonna go off at 6, and we start at 6:20 my time. I ain't think about that shit when I moved everything around.
Well, here's the thing I wanted to kind of get to, man. And I thought this was kind of a dope, just quick little topic. A lot of times people ask me, you know, how good is FYG spray? How long does it last? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I always tell people 3 to 6 months once it's mixed. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to make sure that, hey, I know that people got their shit. It's QA'd within a certain period of time. We ain't really got to worry about no questions. But Chowak just did a reversal. And would you kind of just like let them know how old the bottle was that you actually used?
18 months. Between 18 months and probably 2 years. It's been it's a night. And one thing I will say, I had it stored in the bag that you sent it in, and that was good. It wasn't necessarily in a cool dark place. It was just stored in that bag, and you know that bag don't let any light in. But seriously, it's been like, which is funny, y'all, because he advised me kind of not to use it. But if y'all know me, I just I try to do shit. You know what I'm saying? I had a feeling it was gonna work, cause man, look, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I probably believe in this nigga spray more than he do. For real, I feel like I could reverse a human with that bitch, right? So I was confident the shit was gonna work, and it did. Of course it did. You know what I'm saying? And when I go back to reverse something next time, I'm gonna keep using that shit. If it don't work, you know. Hey man, this spray 3 years old, but it worked. But that's just me. I can't advise y'all what to do. You know, I'm sitting right next to the man, so if the shit don't work, I probably just hit him up. But it don't never not work. Now, I do feel bad, y'all, because I feel like because I do get the shit free, and it's not like he just give me tons of the shit, because I always use the shit up to like a year, 2 years, right? I do gotta post some pictures and shit because I feel like I would be the number one advocate for that shit because I've been using that shit and it ain't never not worked. It ain't never not worked since the first time I used it. It ain't never not worked.
Now I was having a conversation with
and my plants beautiful. They ain't all burnt up or nothing like that, nigga. They look. I'm gonna show some pictures. They beautiful. They just look like regular reverse plants, like regular males. They beautiful.
Yeah, man, I was discussing some shit with a patron. They ended up supporting, so I respect them. You know what I'm saying? I respected them no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Because I told them, hey, man, you fuck with me if you want. That's cool. Or you can go fuck with someone else, and that's cool. Pretty much, he was telling me like, oh man, I can go get a 8-ounce bottle for the same price, and I was like, well, shit. Do you know if it's the same shit? Of course you don't. He was like, well, how is your spray different from this company spray? I was like, I don't fucking know, because I don't know what fucking spray.
I don't know what they use.
About my spray. My shit work. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to worry about other motherfuckers. And here's the beautiful thing about what I'm doing, bro. I really do not feel like I'm competing with anybody. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in competition with these niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like I'm in such a motherfucking magical place where I'm actually doing this shit because I like to do it. I love to do it. It's not like I'm fucking making boatloads of money or no shit. No, I mean, I like to fucking do it. I like when motherfuckers be like, yeah, man, I'm about to get out here and start making some damn things. Well, shit, I like to be a part of that. You feel me?
And if they follow the directions, it's so fucking easy. That's the one thing I can say. If they follow the directions, it's so easy. I done made numerous videos about the shit. Just go look back on my timeline. It's so fucking easy. The shit is like, I ain't gonna lie, from a dude, hey y'all, he told me what's in it and he wanna tell me how to make, man, I'd be like, man, I don't wanna hear that shit, dog. Fuck all that. This shit is just like the magical spray, nigga, that work. I'm not even playing with you. People be asking me that shit all the time. Hey man, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is this is what I use. I don't fucking know what's in it. I don't have to know. If it came to a point to where I ever needed to know, I would ask. But I don't. I got other shit going on. What do I need to know? I know the shit work. I know the shit work. It ain't never really been nothing that I tried to reverse that didn't reverse. It now it's been some shit that reversed better than others, but that's just genetics. You know what I'm saying? But I've always gotten some shit to reverse now. And I think I don't know about that's another thing too. When people ask me how to use it, I think the thing that be fucking them up for me, because as you know, I might alter the shit that you do on the directions. I actually start spraying probably a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks prior to flower. Right? Because I personally feel my bro science, this ain't nothing you told me, or ain't nothing I researched. I just feel like in my mind, if I get it in the plant earlier, I have a better chance before it goes in the flower. And I be damn, every time I do it a week and a half to 2 weeks out, when I flip that switch, it ain't really nothing but all balls, you know what I mean? Now I do got another plant that I reversed late. I started spraying probably about 3 days before I flipped the switch in the flower, maybe 4, and you could tell it ain't all the way reversed. I'm gonna get pollen, but it ain't 100% reversed. It's the kind of reverse that's gonna give me S1s on the same plant. You know what I mean? It's gonna pollinate itself because it's gonna have it's got pistils and balls. But the other one that I did properly, the way I always do it, because I decided to do this other run late. But when I did this shit properly, like I always do it, man, same shit. 2 weeks prior, boom.
Right man, on. Appreciate you, Uncle Vinny. Uncle Vinny. That's the fucking ass thing.
That's 4A forms, right?
If y'all, yeah, I was about to say, man, if y'all ain't seen, man, it's a tale of two tails. You know what I'm saying? Like, 4A Farm got the motherfucking lasagna out that bitch looking crazy.
And more importantly,
I'm talking about crazy, man. Like, god damn.
He a good dude that love life, man. He really looks like he enjoys life and growing. Right? Like when I think, it's no bullshit. When I think growers love, he should be the poster child for growers love, because he just love everything about growing. I ain't never heard this dude say a negative anything at all, ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is always, man, I love life. I love the sun. Nature's great. I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I wish I could be, but I'm not at all. But I wish I could be. So y'all should go check out 4A Forms, man. Good vibes. What up, G Dank? That motherfucker look like he got the lightning Tesla in the background on his picture.
Yeah, old Tesla thing. They got the World's Fair, 1927.
The tallest things in the because I popped a whole bunch of seeds. That KJ is pretty fucking tall. It's like the KJ and the Donkey Kong, the tallest things in the tent. They both look like fucking bean posts. You know what I'm saying? But everything getting back normal from when power went out. But they would have been tall anyway. What up, Piff? Piff 4314. Out of my side. Not the original Piff. You know what it is. We got a show coming up called Cannabis and Cars in my city. I want to say it's this weekend. I ain't gonna be able to go, but y'all should check that shit. Some of my gear be
You
there
seem
though.
like it'd probably be a dope ass show, man.
Yeah, my gear will be there. It'll be a few of my boxes there, and it'll be some strawberry frosted donut seeds there actually. And I'm actually making a feminized version of that right now. So them motherfuckers probably should be ready in a few. Yeah, go check out the show. I think it might even be free to go. Just support. I'm gonna try to stop through that motherfucker though. I know the people that's putting on the show. Man, and it's cool because guess what? They got a category where they got like power wheels. You know what I'm saying? With like rims and shit, like for the kids. Like so, the kids got their little part too.
Nigga said just harvested yesterday.
Let me
Let's
know what you think, man. Everybody seems to think it's a gingerbread type of turp. I forgot who said that, but when they said that shit, it was right on the money. To me, that was the best way to explain it because I think the flavors are fucked up. I don't know how to. You know me, I'm a nigga that say, "Hey man, that shit smell like meat." You be like, "What?" Come to find out, that smell is sour. I'll never forget that shit. He's like, "Nah, nigga, that's sour." I'm like, "Nah, nigga, that smell like meat, rotted meat, the kind that you don't want. It's rotted."
Freezer burn steaks. That's what I'm thinking about. Oh, motherfucking great ass freezer burn steak in the back of the fridge, right by the motherfucking fan. Shit crazy, man. Shit crazy, man. Have you found or been updated anymore on the burner versus Seed Junkies? Any more information came out?
Not yet. LMC supposed to. I'm pretty sure we all watch the same shit in this room. LMC supposed to interview both of them cats. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been waiting on myself. Zebra stripe gum. I remember that shit. That shit is good as fuck at first, and then after you chew that shit, it just get terrible. But the pack, the gum, that's the best smelling gum ever.
Man, that's the worst fucking gum ever, though.
No, smelling, yeah. That shit smell like it's gonna be great.
That shit is garbage.
Yeah, it is. But the pack have you thinking it's gonna be so. We gotta coin that shit, nigga.
You gotta do about 7 of them.
He got that zebra stripe pack. What that mean? It look good at first, nigga. But once you get into it, it's trash.
That shit's hard. You gonna need 7 sticks of that gum. You're gonna have to eat each stick 1 minute apart.
Nigga gonna come
maximum flavor. Look, you're gonna have maximum flavor for 5 minutes. It.
Hey,
but it was 7 sticks. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how bad.
You should have had 10 more.
That shit is trash.
Django, what up?
After getting into that video, watching that video and shit like that with the LMC, man. If what is being alleged is true,
first and foremost, though, before you continue, after watching that video, does that change your original position and how you felt? Did that change?
Man, I still feel like the nigga put you on. Shit, take this shit and run with it. And you know what I'm saying, move forward. Now, as far as niggas saying, hey man, you just straight up took the strings, it was for this and put it in this bag. That shit ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't no good. You feel me? But he gonna have to prove that happened.
Here's the thing. I just think the way the story unfolded, if just the fact, and I know a couple people loosely. I know loosely they business, and that this seems to be kind of like a trend. But if it was true that Jay Beezy didn't have no, he couldn't grow his shit, and Burner was growing his shit and packaging the shit, it ain't too. I mean, that's not too far of a stretch, right? I know people that's involved, and they can't really do shit with their brand outside of what the dispensary or whatever say. You know, they can't even grow their shit at the crib and none of that shit. So I can understand how that go. I can understand how easy it would be. You know what I mean? To make my shit better than yours, but kind of like how you were saying, you know they're going in, right? And that's the agreement that you sign to get your shit on. You know what I mean? So like, you knew it was a great chance of that when you sign that shit. Is how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Now that don't make it right. That don't make it right, but you knew it was
That's
a
how
great chance of that.
I mean. That's how I feel about the shit. And really, you don't know whether the nigga went and hit that bitch with the reversal press.
And it's gonna be very hard to prove that. I think if it
So
is
that's
true, I
my
think it's
thing.
gonna
You
be hard to
got to
prove.
know, and you got to prove that it was ordered for them to do the shit from the top, and that it wasn't just a mistake that somebody had fucking made in the trim room.
I guess, man, niggas ain't making mistakes like that. Whoops, I accidentally packaged all of your brand in here.
I'm not saying that, but I'm not saying that that couldn't happen. But what I'm just saying that you would have to prove that if it did happen, that motherfucking Burner is the person who instructed that shit to happen.
I did not hear any good things from that seed. You know what? People are funny. That's I highlighted this comment obviously like I do all of them, but it was a lot of harms in that seed drop, right? From what I was seeing along the internet, on Reddit, all of that shit, right? But here's the funny thing about that: motherfuckers will still be like, "Yeah, I had 3 C's and 2 of them harmed, but man, the one that I had, nigga, the one that did it was gas, and I cloned it, and I did." And it's almost like when I be hearing this shit, people ain't as mad as they should be, right? Like you only getting 3 C's, so you should really be like fucking furious that that shit didn't pop, right? You should be furious that 2 out of the 3 was like was like harms, right? You should really be furious about that shit. But just like when Copycat had a high rate of that shit, right? People were still saying the same shit. Oh man, but the one I got was like fire, right? And I get it. I get it. I get it. Good weed is good weed, you know what I'm saying? But still at the same time, like you gotta take a stand, man, and just be like, I ain't fucking with that shit. Cause there's so many breeders out here, so many other people, right? It's like thousands upon thousands of breeders, so you really can go in a different direction. And I think that people need to start leading, lead like the same people that's saying that that shit is shitty. And I ain't talking about Pip because I know he ain't fuck with it. But it be a lot of people out there talking about the shit shitty, and they still buy the shit anyway. So it's kind of like talk with your wallet. You know what I'm saying? Talk with your money. If that's how you feel, don't fuck with them. And if enough people don't fuck with them, then you'll be cool. That shit'll fade away. But just talking about them and being like, man, that's fucked up. And then a month later, oh, but they do got the hot shit though, so I gotta go fuck with it.
Hey, and that's the thing. A lot of motherfuckers will still fuck with some shit like that. There's Gorilla Glue number 4. You know what I'm saying? Cherry Pie. There's all kind of shit out here that's known for different shit. But the weed so good, it speaks for itself. Now I think there is a level of stabilization that one could potentially do. But at the end of the day, it's like if everything fucked up, it's like, god damn. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about that shit. Like you can't be out here selling shit that don't pop, not willing to motherfucking refund the nigga or give them their money back. If you got
Or
like
we gotta hold you accountable. Like we gotta hold you accountable for
if
real.
your shit ain't popping and you ain't give a nigga another pack of seeds or their money back, then you fucked up.
And we still,
You know?
we as a people, we gotta hold you fucking accountable, right? We can't just be whining and then still with the next drop, still gonna spend the money. Like we gotta hold you fucking accountable, right?
Now, here's another piece of that equation. Burner was also upset that
Hey, Farmer, we gonna get into
Seed
that in a few
Junkie,
too.
that Seed Junkie affiliated himself with motherfucking ex-police officer and another branding company in the deal. So he felt like he really couldn't fuck with that. Now, I can understand his position on that, right? Especially
Right,
from his
right.
branding. Because it's like, damn, bro, you came in and just going straight devalue my brand. It's like this shit already ain't super successful everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, the motherfuckers have closures in places, the niggas lose their motherfucking licensing and shit like that. So it's kind of it's kind of like one of them things where even though them motherfuckers is popping in certain areas, in other areas further down the pipeline, certain motherfuckers do not necessarily like or or deal with their shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I would imagine if you way the fuck out wherever the fuck you at and you don't have a dispenser, I would imagine you probably flooding old shit in there, putting whatever you can in that motherfucker, you know?
Yep.
But outside of that, I could really understand how you just gonna straight up devalue the motherfucking brand and shit like that.
And
Like
look,
I'm making this move and I've already been fucking with you this whole time.
not to
I mean, I can't tell
not
you what to do, but man, I just really can't be around right now.
that comment right there that Farmer
Can't be
made.
around right now.
That comment that Farmer made was really the position that I was gonna take. Number one, I'm pretty sure in all the business this nigga's doing, it's some ex-policemen somewhere down the line of that bullshit too. I believe that was a very convenient not to say that JBZ didn't do it because obviously he did, but it was a very good way to get up to get up out of that shit is what I will say. And he took that opportunity to do so. What up, Brooklyn? So he took that opportunity to do so. So long as he just say that shit like the one time he said it,
What up?
don't really like play that shit up that much. I'm cool with it because I would have did the same thing. I would have just I would have did the same thing. I'd have helped you off that motherfucking cliff myself. You know what I mean? If I was him. He did kind of kill himself as I'm gonna roll up some of this Mike Larry Sunset Sherbet. Mix it with this Blue Magic real quick. Which yeah, I think it was convenient. It didn't if anything, it made me have a stronger stance as I already had. Because again, I'm not saying I blame Burner, but yeah, I definitely when you got a pattern of doing things, you know what I mean. You got a habit, and again, when certain people don't fuck with you, and certain people do fuck with you, because I look at a lot of shit, you know. Definitely think people was out to get him. Definitely think that the motherfucker was in Seed Junkie ear like, hey man, you should sue that motherfucker, bro. You should actually sue that nigga. You'll win. I definitely think that was. I think two things can be true, right? I definitely think the dude behind Seed Junkie definitely wants to get Burner out the way, but I don't think Burner did himself no favors by conducting business the way he has been conducting it. So that's why I said I think two things can be true. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Whether that shit was convenient or inconvenient, that shit happened. And you know, that was just one of the reasons. So that's some strong accusations. I'd like to see the proof. Now here's another thing that was talked about. You know, Burner had settled with other companies and shit like that, or other people, individuals, brands, whatever. So taking that into account, you think this is gonna go more into like a settlement, and then you're just gonna split ways, or you think Bernie gonna sit there and fight it? What you think gonna happen?
I think because of the profile of this shit, he gotta fight it because of the shit that he said and did. In the other situation, it wasn't aired out like this. It was more behind the scenes. This shit pretty public, so it's kind of like if you pull out now, you're the in the public eye, you're gonna be guilty if you pull out now. If Berner settle out of court, if it's reported Berner settles out of court, man, everybody gonna be like, "Yep, knew that nigga was guilty." So even if you are guilty, you gotta take this shit all away because if you settle out, I mean, you lose. If you guilty and you take this shit all away, you can still you might can win. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about that. I feel like no matter what, you gotta go all the way now because lines been crossed. You just look like a bitch now if you settle out of court. You'll be like, oh man, Berner did this, did that. It can't be like that now. Y'all gotta go all the way. I think that Cookies is a fucking juggernaut at this point. They like the Walmart of branding, right? They ain't even gotta be hot, but because they was so hot before, it's gonna be like a long time before they straight ass out, lose money, and Cookies don't mean nothing shit at all no more. Like, yeah, it lost a lot of luster, certainly to us and growers, but to the average person, the average, especially because I'm like 47, so to the average like 50-year-old, like, that don't mean shit to them for real. They know the Cookies brand, or that was the last thing they remembered, when before they had they 7-year-old or 10-year-old they got now, maybe, you know what I mean? So like they like Walmart. They might not never be hot no more, but they ain't gonna never be like straight ass. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna never be like Grandpa Pigeons. You know what I'm saying? Like they like way too big at this point. They like the Uber. Like they show niggas the prototype. You know what I'm saying? For real. Everybody's trying to copy their formula, copying they fucking coloring. You know what I'm saying? They all doing the same shit and they got that shit from Cookies. They was like the innovator with that shit. But with that being said, they like the old guy now. Like they not like hot no more. You know what I mean? Ask a 21-year-old is Cookies hot. And see what that motherfucker say.
Well, okay, so let me ask this: is C Junkie J Beezy hot?
Again, I don't think to the public, the actual average motherfucker don't even know who he is. I would say yes because throughout the industry, motherfuckers still using and smoking shit he created. I believe that if you told people that the strains that they were smoking that he made, they would be like, you would be like, oh, okay, cool. A lot of motherfuckers like his shit, but don't nobody know who the fuck he is. If we wasn't growers, we wouldn't know who the fuck he is. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't even know. We wouldn't know what the fuck he created because we just smoked the weed. We don't care about the lineage of the shit. Even if you go talk to a hippie that's one with the earth, they don't know shit about lineages and shit like that at all. They just know about good weed and how it's grown and shit like that. But they don't nobody know who these people are. We know because that's in our little community. That's what we fuck with. You know what I mean? Yeah, Brooke, more like Target. But yeah, that's what I think. I think Cookies and Berner gonna always be more popular than Jay Beezy because, like, again, Cookies and weed is kind of like Snoop Dogg and rap. Like, it's to the point to where, like, your 60-year-old fucking auntie actually knows who Berner is. You know what I mean? Like, he has crossed over in some aspects. Good, bad, fair, foul. You know what I mean? Your auntie ain't gonna never know who the fuck Jay Beezy is. Never. She's never gonna know who that dude is.
So,
you know what I mean?
I think it's very interesting, man. Personally, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. Like, I would really like to know whatever the deal was, but then I also like to know, do you got like some type of real evidence of a motherfucker switching up strands and shit like that?
Bro, that's gonna be ultra hard to fucking prove. The look, one of the only ways to prove that is to have a motherfucker be like, "Yep, I was the nigga in there switching the shit up." Other than
But
that,
man,
bro, it's gonna be
my
very
whole
hard
thing
to
is,
prove.
then why even say it if you couldn't prove it?
Maybe because you was trying to get an out of the court settlement. Maybe because you wanted to damage this nigga in the eyes of the people. You know, it be more shit going on. It be more shit going on. You know what I'm saying? And we know maybe in the eyes of the boards of the directors, this is enough to get you thrown off that motherfucker. Yeah, you'll win the lawsuit, but you know what I'm saying? It was so high profile that the board of directors voted you off. Because again, it's shit going on that ain't even really got nothing to do with weed at this point. You know what I mean? This is just the catalyst for motherfuckers to get shit the way that they want it. You know what I mean? I like I said, I definitely believe that dude was in JB's ear, like, yo, bro, you can sue this nigga. I definitely believe the dude. You know what I'm saying? Want to get Burner out the way. I definitely believe motherfuckers in the industry look at that shit like Cookies is a powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely believe that people will take whatever opportunity they can, you know, to get their ass out of there. It's like this. We all have been on that job that we know want to fire our black ass, right? So it's our job to do everything right so we don't get fired until we find another job. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Cookies. Hey man, you know motherfuckers want to get you knocked off. So you gotta handle your business in a certain way. So again, do I feel like Burner is in the wrong? Of course, somewhat. He always was. But as a person like that, who you are, that you know motherfuckers don't like you, it is your job to make sure you keep this shit tight. So I can't wait, you know what I'm saying, to see the outcome, like you said. You know what I mean? Because it's to the point, man, to the general public, a lot of this shit don't even matter. So that's what made me feel like this shit is some board of directors, trustees type shit going on.
Well, let me ask you this, man. Does the weed make the brand, or does the brand make the weed? Which one is it?
Mm. And by the way, I like to say that was a viewer submitted question. Shout out to Pip, who was actually the person that suggested that we talk about this on the show, because I actually said that, and I think that also, because first and foremost, I actually think it's unfortunately, how I feel ain't really the reality of the situation, right? Meaning I'm a breeder, so obviously, I feel like the weed make the brand, obviously, because I'm a breeder. But I feel like to the masses, it's just like television programming. To the masses, especially to younger people, that's more impressionable. If you put a certain amount of shit in front of their face, and believe me, we to the point to where all weed is, pretty good. You know what I mean? So I feel like what is gonna happen is if you got great branding, that's gonna overpower me having great weed, right? Because again, we to a point to where even great weed is only marginally better than good weed. You know what I mean? So like, what's the difference? The difference is the actual marketing. And unfortunately, we are at a point where the brand does make the weed. That's not how I feel personally. But if we looking at the facts and the evidence, you know what I mean? Evidence shows. Man, I could ask you this. How many times have you looked at a person that's got way more followers than you, way more views than you, sell way more shit than you, and they showing their weed, and motherfuckers like, oh, that's fire, that look great, but it don't look no better than your weed that you got, that you made. I'm not saying that it don't look good, but I'm just saying we at a point in time where, dog, at least 75% of this shit look good if you are a grower that know how to grow. You know what I'm saying? So like, unfortunately, what separates the shit is the branding. Unfortunately, and I hate to admit it, you know what I mean, because I'm a breeder. I always love to believe that what I breed is gonna be people gonna love this, and to a certain extent, the sub community is gonna appreciate breeders for what they do. Growers, you know what I'm saying? They'll understand, they'll get it, but to the masses, nah, it's about branding, unfortunately.
Man, well, let me interject there, right? Because I slightly disagree with you, right? And let me tell you why I say that. To me, the breeder is the brand, right? You know what I mean? The same way that you would say that, cookies ain't shit without motherfucking breeders. Because at what point is cookies gonna be like, you know what? We don't have any new type of weed to offer anyone. You see it. At
They're
what point
not.
is
They're
cookies?
not gonna be
They'll
like that
never,
because of the
no,
branding.
exactly. They'll never be able to unless they just gonna be like, you know what? We're done. They'll have to do a fire sale. They'll sell off everything and go out of business. But that, I don't foresee that happening because I think somebody would just buy that if someone ain't already bought it. You know what I'm saying? Now, at the end of this shit, all I'm really just trying to get at is the breeder. You, my nigga, like you are the brand. Like obviously, you named the brand after yourself, right? Because these was the choices, right? Joe up. You know what I'm saying? .net. Chosenchoice.net. Now, the whole thing about it is, the reason why motherfuckers is buying your beans is because they fuck with you. Yes, this shit is fire, right? Yes, the weed is good, right? But a lot of it is because niggas fuck with us. They fuck with you. It's some niggas that done bought packs from us, bro, and just like I know, them niggas ain't never popped one bean, but them motherfuckers done been at every fucking drop.
Yeah, but I'm talking about on a lower scale though.
I got
Like
you. I'm
way
just
larger than
saying though.
to the
But
masses.
yeah, man. But even when that's the point, I'm talking about the smaller scale right now. I'm talking about the micro. You talking about the macro. But I just feel like it's certain niggas that, like I said, that's gonna fuck with you no matter what, because they like to see that you doing something fucking positive. Others gonna fuck with you because they gonna be like, damn, shit, I really like the gear. You know what I'm saying? I really like the shit the nigga put it down. And some niggas gonna be just doing both. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
But you are the brand.
well, again, if you're talking about on that scale, sure, of course, you know what I mean, on a grassroots type scale, sure, because technically, you know what I'm saying, everything is a brand that comes out. So I'm not gonna disagree with you. Again, I was just mainly talking about branding like cookies, certs, all that shit like that, right? Because there's a lot of, and again, it's up to what you want. Because a lot of people don't even want to be like that. A lot of people cool with what they are or how they are or they lane. They didn't got in where they fit in. They cool with it. But again, just in terms of getting bigger or wanting to be bigger, that shit we was just talking about with Burner and Jay Beezy and shit like that, for us marketing and shit like that go, I definitely feel like that shit go a long way, and it take a lot longer to get your great product off if you got worse marketing. Because again, like people just like fall for like shiny shit. You know what I'm saying?
I got a
Nifty
question.
shit.
I don't know if you know the answer, right? But I'm sure you know the cookies got various other breeders, right? So
They mainly
what?
outsource their shit. They mainly got other breeders. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. But my question is, what percentage of cookies do you think that Jay Beezy, not crossing? Oh, we crossed this to that, but I'm just talking about an individual solid strain that's brought to the table. Like, hey, I brought you motherfucking Gary Payton. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many of those strains of the motherfucking uh, cookies lineup do you think he did versus the other breeders?
If we just talking about the actual cookies brand and the cookies branded breeders, not like the Ron's or the fucking Certs or whatever. What up, Zoe? Not the Ron's or the Certs and that. We talking about in-house cookie breeding. I would probably say at least 50-60%.
Enzo Buzz.
Now, obviously, I haven't researched that. That'd be a good follow up to this, maybe next week. But that's what I would think. And that's the thing. Former said it best. It's the same shit in my city, bro. And I'm not even trying to fucking be funny, dog. I'm really not. I'm not saying that my shit's the wheel or it's no better than anybody else's and nothing like that. But what I will say is it's a lot of people out here, even in my city, with ordinary ass weed, dog. But excellent marketing. You know what I'm saying? The straight got away. Like straight. I know so many people that have white label shit and got a better brand and following than motherfuckers that put in hard ass work to make shit. Motherfuckers that actually got the time. It's almost to the point to where this marketing shit then became it's almost like a young man's game. You know what I'm saying? You got the time to go out, take all the pictures, look all good, snazzy nigga, and do this, do that, and the third. Because again, man, if I was like 10 or 15 years younger and wasn't devoting a lot of time to like my actual job, man, the formula is easy. The formula is fucking easy.
Look, man, the formula is the same formula it's always been. Let me tell you what these niggas is really doing. If you're old enough, you'll know. These niggas is bad boy street teaming it. These niggas popping up, picking signs, backpacks, bags of weed. You know what I'm saying? Flashy shit. You know what I'm saying? So, that shit funny as shit, man. But I just be thinking about that before we on the larger scale. But even on the smaller scale, man, shit gotta be in a nice looking bag. Put your weed in the bag. Shit, that's the very least of it. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of niggas. But I mean,
What
shit,
up,
we have a viewed submitted question. You know what I'm saying? Not viewer, but viewed. Saw a post today. Someone asked how much is how much
That
you
was
pay
that was
for.
that Frosty post.
Yeah,
I remember that shit. Yep.
yeah. How much do you? What was the post? What was it? What was the question?
It was like, how much would you pay for it was funny the way that nigga put it. How much would you pay for Top Shelf? How much is Top Shelf going for in your neck of the woods, basically? And not what you would get from Buddy at the not what you would get from Buddy at the gas station. He was like, how much? Which prompted another question, right? But first, we'll answer that question because the real thing is the second question I got, right? But just for you and your experience, how much is Top Shelf weed?
I mean, shit. I wouldn't know, man, because unfortunately, it's real unfortunate. Like, I ain't buying no weed from the dispensary outside of like pre-rolls.
See, I don't think he was talking about the dispensary though.
Maybe like a $20 eighth or some shit. If you just talking about from a nigga in the street, shit, not much, man, because I don't be fucking with these niggas out here, man. Not like that, man. Not to buy no weed. Why would I buy some weed from a nigga in the street? The most that I'm gonna pay for it is $150. That's the most. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to hear all the marketing.
I would say from knowing people that I know what they sell their shit for, right? Oh no, Kong. I seen your comment on the post. That shit was funny as a motherfucker. Talking about some, I could tell you how much nutrients and some shit. That's a funny guy. Y'all should go back and check out Big Bud's No Whammies comment. But it's a couple different things. Cause that's a loaded question, right? The first thing is this: when you say Top Shelf, are you talking about dispensary, or are you talking about black/gray market? Because in my city, it's 3 different markets, right? You got the dispensary, you got the gray area, which is the cats that got the patients and got the cars to actually be caregivers, but they extra that they also sell. And then you got the black market, the people that still trapping, you go by their house, you pick that shit up, or they come meet you somewhere, whatever, right? So you got to break that shit down. I think he was just saying in general, which to me, in general, would be that middle market, the caregiver market is what I would say. And the reason I would say that is because they in the middle. They gonna know the difference between top shelf weed and bottom shelf weed. They gonna know a little bit more. That nigga in the street is just trying to get good weed at a good price. So that's what I took that to mean. I didn't think he was talking about the dispensary because shit, top shelf ounce in the dispensary is like 400. Ain't nobody paying that on the street. I think it's universal, right? Universal is gonna be, and this is what I would have commented on in the post. Universally, it's gonna be 150 to 200. Universally, unless you somewhere like fucking California, right? And they shit, just like everything else, is gonna be more. So their top shelf and a gray area market is probably gonna be 300. Just like everything is a little more on the coast. I would say the same thing in New York, right? That's just my opinion on the shit. Right. 25 a A and 50 a zip. See, that's kind of like what it is here. 30 a eighth, you know what I'm saying? 50 a quarter, 100 a half.
Man, I done been some places where them motherfuckers had $65 apes. $75 apes. Like in the streets. So it'd be like, man, I done seen crazy ass shit depending on where the fuck you at and what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's actually true. And this comment right here, and some of the comment on that post, dude was like, man, y'all in this motherfucker comment like everybody can't get seeds and grow good weed. and that's the next thing that's happening. That's why I'm like, it's about 150. In my city, it's about 150 because those that grow, that's what they're gonna charge. And the reason they charging is because they don't got that many zips. You know what I mean? You finna buy 3 zips from them and they done. They not no plug. They just making a little bit of, the hustle change. Now the people that's growing the shit outdoors, they got the land and they selling that shit for like 100 a zip, no matter what it is, cause it's outdoor, right? The indoor niggas is still getting 150 to 200, but you only selling like 5 zips. You know what I mean? 4 zips. That's it.
Hey, and guess what, man? For them niggas that's doing that shit, man, even if all them niggas is doing is selling zips, man, them niggas gonna make more money than them niggas sell a pound. Cause them niggas might motherfucking get up with a broker and get their heart.
Most certainly.
500 pounds. So, what you might want to do is break that shit down, do what you gotta do, and keep it moving. You know what I mean?
I agree. But the bigger question, and that's what I'm saying, Farmer. That's why the price is gonna be what it is for a minute until Nationwide is cast as actually renting and buying houses and booming out of them to where the houses is just like not even real people living there. But I don't think it's gonna ever get that bad because there's too many people that got decent jobs and just making a little bit of change on the side to where everybody doing that shit. So it ain't never really gonna be a point in time to where it's too many people just, we just gonna rent this house out and just boom out all the rooms like that. Motherfuckers is on other shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the money ain't there. Right? The money ain't there. It is, but it ain't. You know what I mean? So, but the more important question that I thought about when I synced that question was, what the fuck is your definition of top shelf? What would you call top shelf? What determines top shelf? You see what I mean? Do you gotta smoke that shit to find out it's top shelf? Or they talking about a top shelf high? Or they talking about a top shelf look? They talking about a top shelf name? Like, what the fuck is top shelf? Is it how your weed look or how it hit? Like, in your opinion, what the fuck is top shelf, bro? Like, what does it mean?
No, see, and that's the thing, man. I think traditionally Top shelf shit was the shit that was grown well, trimmed well, dried, cured well. You know what I'm saying? With a good flavor and good THC content. Now, traditionally, a motherfucker wouldn't be able to tell that, but a lot of that shit is going to be based off of the look, but more importantly, and this is always to me, bottom line, how that shit smoke. So you might get some shit that look fucking amazing, but that shit is trash. That shit is not top shelf. And, you know, going through the various weed stages of markets, like we already talked about the shit before, you know, damn near everybody got a good, decent looking weed now, especially if you can grow in your state, grow in your country. You know what I mean? Like, you can motherfucking, you cannot ever have to buy weed from anyone at all. I think that's kind of like the goal. Django said his favorite top shelf is White Widow and Blue Dream. More power to you, fam.
That's so funny. I do know people. I know people that's like that though. Like
that's what I was gonna say, man. The real thing about the shelf is, and I'll be honest with you, is the exclusivity of the shit. You know what I'm saying? What El Mando said. Like, you can get all kinds of shit, but like, I'm being honest with you. If it's only 2 pounds of a certain shit to come in, and it's like a 2 ounce minimum, and you might need to be in some kind of special motherfucking club to be getting. It's like everybody now. Obviously, it's gonna be more than 2 pounds, but you know what I'm saying. Just like, nigga, I'm sure that it's bags. It's only a couple niggas that's smoking, and you could be like, "Hey, you ain't got this. How do we know you ain't got this?" Well, shit, you got Sir Charles in your bag. You smoking baseline. Oh, okay, shit, you smoking motherfucking barbecue ribs, St. Louis ribs. You smoking motherfucking caramel cake. You know what I'm saying? Like snowman, blue magic.
Do you think at this point it's always since there's so many growers in so many places, would you say that it's always somebody somewhere smoking some shit that you ain't smoked because there's so many names of so much shit now? I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm just asking a question.
I would say pretty much, if I'm being honest with you, but there's gonna be strains that are like that. It could be some shit that you ain't smoked, but the shit is prevalent. So like, what's a good one? What's like one of the Michigan strains up there? Pure Michigan. I'm sure I've never smoked that, but I'm sure that shit is readily available to those in the know or those who may, you know, have the ability to get it. But I wouldn't say that that's some shit that's so fucking exclusive I couldn't get my hands on it if I didn't want to get it. You know what I mean? I'm talking about some shit that, hey man, it's 10 plates of this shit. Like, niggas out here are going crazy. What's that veganic shit? You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't think nobody buying no weed from that lady, but you know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Like, it is some niggas.
But that would come down to marketing, would it not? Wouldn't that come down to marketing? Because again, just like this comment right here, Kong, yep, I got jar seeds, no one has. And I believe him. But I don't think the masses give a fuck about his jar seeds because he don't have the marketing. No one cares except for these 10, 12 people, or maybe the 80 people or 90 that's going to rewatch this, right? So just the point of the veganics, that shit, like Mando said, yep, that's old.
Nah, man, once again, whether that shit is old or not, man, that shit was literally just motherfucking sarcasm, semantics. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck about veganics. I never gave a fuck about that shit. You know what I'm saying? If I could what do you say? If you could inject your plants, you would? Nigga, if I could feed my plants steak, I would. Just plug the motherfuckers up to a goddamn cow.
Your plants drinking from a cow.
Right.
Oh,
Counts
that's
as grass
funny.
anyway. But you know, it's some niggas that is smoking them crazy ass price ounces because hey man, it's not a lot of it. It come from this particular person, these particular people. And like I said, the brand, the grower, the breeder,
Exactly.
all of them shits is one and the same to me. Because those people come together to make the brand. But
But
on
the
the scale, but it's really all about the scale and how many people fill how many positions. Because once again, man, a nigga like you, a nigga like me, we're all of those motherfucking things.
yeah,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
again, this
You the,
comment
you the grower, you the breeder, you all of that shit.
exactly. But again, it makes something exclusive enough to the masses to make money to charge $1,500 an ounce, right? You have to have a certain level of branding in order to get that machine to create the exclusivity, right? Because you can manufacture the exclusivity whether you got a warehouse of that shit or not. You can manufacture that shit, but what you got to get first is the branding and the people behind you, so you can manufacture it to be exclusive. Because if you don't have that, unfortunately, nobody really cares. Nobody really, outside of like fucking 90 people, nobody really gives a fuck about Archie Seco because guess what? Shit has not it's not big enough. Now, again, like I said, that just depends. It's all relative to what a motherfucker want, right? But all of this shit just goes back to what I was saying. Is like, just like television programming. Is unfortunately it's branding. Even with the veganics, like El Mando said, it's old, but it just came back because it's just a different serving. You know what I'm saying? Different time. Somebody said, "Hey, let's bring this shit back. We're gonna get behind this machine." You know what I mean?
Hmm?
See, I don't even know what the hell Guava Girl is. No idea. And if somebody was like, "Yeah, I got this Guava Girl 350 a zip," I would be like, "Yeah, okay, whatever. Next." And that might be a very good price, and it might be a good thing, but I don't even know what that is because there's certain shit that I don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
We
And
got
y'all
another
make see.
question in the chat from El Mando. How y'all feel about Bud Washer?
If I grow outside, I feel like it's when I thought about it. If I was an outdoor grower, I would feel like it's essential, right? Because when I think about it, I give you an example. There has been times that I have had my indoor weed, and I've had like a gnat or two stuck to you know what I'm saying, a bud. Now that's just off of indoor shit that don't really have anything going on. So if my shit was outdoor with wind and bugs and all this shit, I feel like that shit would be essential.
El
Knowing
Mando
what I
says for
know.
personal smoke. It
Say
does
what?
depend on whether a personal is indoor or outdoor.
I would agree. If it's personal, you could do what you want to do. If you like trying to move that shit, that's what I would say.
If it's indoor, I'm washing that motherfucker to make hash. That's the only kind of bud washing I'm trying to do. If it's if it's outdoor, like old boy said, most definitely, I recommend to do that. But hey, man, I get it, man. Having a lot of outdoor, that's a lot of shit to do. With that shit, and it really kind of depends on what kind of outdoor we're talking about. Are we talking about like that? We talking about true outdoor?
uh, for personal smoke, El Mando, I probably would still attempt it. You know what I'm saying? To wash it, just because I've actually seen what the shit look like after you wash it. What that pulls out of it. So I probably and then see.
Once
Would you be
again,
like
you saying
matter of
that.
fact,
Once again, what you
yeah,
saying that that's for. Hold on. Once again, what you saying that you mean for outdoor, right? Not for
if
indoor.
outdoor, if
Okay.
outdoor. I'm not washing nothing indoor because I don't feel like it's gonna be enough contaminants again unless you live in a fucking barn. If you live in a regular house, I don't feel like it's gonna. Your house shouldn't be dusty enough to where when you wash your bud, look at all this shit that came off my bud. Because if you in a tent or you in a room that you built, it should be enclosed enough, and you should be clean enough to where your shit shouldn't be nowhere near enough of the elements to have anything like that. Man, whatever, Carl. I threw my plants in the shower.
King of the life asked, has anyone smoked permanent marker? If I have, it's not memorable. But I can't say, oh yeah, man, I had the permanent marker. I can't just say that. But it's possible.
I heard a lot about it. Them fans blowing dry peak. That might be. That just might be. That's why I keep my shit wet. Yeah. I heard a lot about permanent marker. Stay decrease like George Jeffs, like a picture your ass walking like
Isn't that pretty much like the motherfucking the crux of or part of this lawsuit regarding Django and old boy and not Django, I mean Jay Beezy and motherfucking Burner.
I was gonna say who Django suing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm over here high.
I got the fire G Dank, chosenschoice.net. It might be. I got 2 pole fans and 1 on the floor. That is true. You ever cleaned your fan from that room? It be dirty as shit. That is true. But I still ain't finna wash nothing from indoors because I feel like washing is like, bird poop and all kind of shit be on you. But like, can you imagine what be on everything outdoors that you can't see, especially with them big ass plants? You know what I mean? Because it's outdoors. Same thing when you grow like food outdoors. You gonna like at least wipe that shit off before you eat it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, there's probably all kind of shit on there, man. Got any other topics for today, my friend?
You ain't gonna do your permanent marker. You ain't gonna do your usual J Biz contribution. I mean, that's usually J Town. What is it? J Town Biz? I almost call that shit J Town Funk.
J Town Biz.
We didn't do the J Town Biz today.
Man, I was looking on there. I'm not gonna say they didn't have any good topics. I mean, they got some pretty interesting. I think the chat would really maybe appreciate this topic.
1 gallon full-fledged quick fill bags. Coco, y'all gonna get tired of my ass. I got questions. What questions you got, Piff?
Now look, this the topic. While we waiting on Piff, he can come up if he want to. Y'all most definitely welcome. Severe weather disrupts U.S. cannabis operations from coast to coast. Hey guys, has it been hot for y'all? God dang, it's hot. Tell me it ain't hot, y'all.
And a motherfucker.
Hey, look, man, it was a cool spring. And then when summer came, it was like, oh, this ain't gonna be that bad. And then
it's already a pair strain, Calm. I don't know what's with you in pairs, but it is a pair strain. That would be great, Brandon. We were at 106 today, toasty. Fuck yes. Now was that regular or was that with the heat index? Is that the regular shit or with the heat index too? Oh yeah. I'm sorry, I got to read in the comments, I feel like.
El Mando says global warming is not real.
Well, we just getting hot for no reason because they told us. I'm not saying that it ain't real or ignorant. Index, yeah, buddy. We be having that
I'm
index.
not gonna bash that comment because what I'm gonna say is I'm pretty sure it's a lot more context behind that statement that he made. You know what I'm saying? But I would agree that hey man, it isn't real. I would say the Earth probably be going through cycles and shit like that. But hey man, this motherfucking cycle is hot. This is what the fuck I do know. You know what I mean? I think there is a smucker strain.
It is, and it seemed like that would really take off too, don't it?
Not really.
I guess not, huh?
No, because it's like, man, I mean, if I think about jelly or grape or strawberry, like,
I don't want to smoke like that.
yeah, I want to eat my jelly, god damn it. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo.
Smuckers. But here's the thing. Why you know what? What's the correlation between the names of weed strains and food, right? And I figured it out because I be naming my shit all kind of shit. After video games, fucking people, television shows, I'm all over the board with my shit, right? But like for as like branding and to the masses, right? Like to the masses. Not to the core. What I think is people like smoking weed. It's like food. You know what I'm saying? Like for whatever reason, like Snickers would be a cool. Why ain't no Snickers strain? Why ain't no Snickerdoodles?
Probably because them niggas are smart, man, because, man, you see what just happened last week with Wrigley. I know you didn't see that. Man, Wrigley told them Skittles niggas they can't use that shit no more.
Wrigley. I had it. Permanent Mark was Booth. He said it. Who was asking? And no, was that Enu asking? Yeah, Permanent Marker. You heard it from him. The Earth is getting closer to the moon and the sun, hence the crazy weather. So, man, quick question: are you one of them people that think that it ain't no way we left the Earth? Is it what we gonna go there? We never left the Earth. The moon landing was fake. I think that a lot of people think that high people or stoners. I think they categorize a lot of stoners like that. You know what I mean? I would love to see the percentage of stoners, right, versus the percentage of people that believe that it never was no moon landing, right? I would love to see the correlation between even flat earther, right? I would love to see.
Look, man, now why would the fuck would they lie about that, man? Why would they lie about going to the moon?
I would love to see the correlation between the people.
And why have they not been back? Who told them don't go into the motherfucking space no more?
There are little people living.
Elon, you send up another spaceship, we gonna shoot it back fucking down again. Only thing we want you niggas to have is internet. And that's not even in space. That's underground, nigga.
That's true. They do lie about everything. I will agree to I will attest that. I will say this, it's a lot of shit that's interesting though.
Hey, look, this is my thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like everybody's perspective. Some shit I just can't get with, you know what I'm saying? But I like to listen to it all. You know what I'm saying? Because I still find this shit to be interesting. And I think people should be more motherfucking more tolerant. And my question is, or not question, but my tip of the day is if they have a permanent marker, someone should make dry erase marker.
Dry erase marker. That would be funny as shit. Google the moon lander. It has no rockets. The flag was waving, but no gravity. See, we know all these things. That shit right there made me think about, cause again, a lot of us in here got kids, right? But a lot of us believed a lot of dumbass shit when we was kids because the internet wasn't around and just the world, like it just wasn't as smart. So like now you can tell a kid something, they just not going for that shit. And they would have went for it like fucking 40 years ago or 30 years ago, right? So like a lot of shit like that happened back then, we actually are finding out that
The
might
moon
not be right.
goes.
Who launched them back? I don't
Now
believe
here's the
nothing.
thing, man.
Now
Here's the
look,
thing.
everybody
Here's the thing.
seems to be
I'm gonna tell
ev-
y'all some real shit, and y'all can go look this shit up. And this is one thing motherfuckers cannot irrefute. Nobody.
what?
It's this
What's
group
that?
of people called the Dogon, right?
Yeah, we know
In
about the
Africa
Dogon.
and shit. And these niggas knew about Sirius B and C way before, these motherfuckers had the ability to detect motherfucking shit in that range. Supposedly. You know what I'm saying? And these were tribes people, you know what I mean, who lived in different various parts of Africa over different parts of the years. And some people call them like the Star Watchers, Stargazers. Some people know them to have went into Egypt at some particular point in time. But I just think that shit is very interesting how them motherfuckers knew about that shit way before, and them motherfuckers wasn't using no advanced technology and shit like that.
Hey, bruh, see, and that's the funny thing. Like everybody here is damn near in unison, but I would go on a limb and say everybody here, we all get high, right? So like, does that actually unlock? So I know pretty much everybody in this bitch believe about the 7 chakras and shit, right? And unlocking certain shit, cause they go hand in hand with like lying about certain shit if you believe that. Cause I'm like you, I study everything, right? Who has time? I have time to study everything, but it's just what up, sci-fi. It's just I would love to see the correlation between the people, like I said, the people that get high and don't get high to believe these same things. Cause like when I go into certain places, right, everybody in that bitch blow, so I already know. Okay, in this chat room over here, where they talking about this, everybody high. But when I go in this other chat room, everybody, I already know these motherfuckers ain't high. And if it is, it ain't that many. You know what I mean? Which is crazy.
Yep.
We be thinking about shit being high. See, that's what I'm saying. Like everybody just is spewing. Of course, we talking about weed, man. It's always back to the weed. It's always back to the weed. I mean, I could. Do I got? What do I got? I could show. I only got like 2 plants I could show. 1 billion Powerball.
Yep. Get your tickets right here at F. What? No, let me not say that because the niggas will say
You
I'm
better
selling
not.
lottery tickets. I didn't say
Fuck,
anything, but that
boy.
would be fire if a nigga. I'm for sure someone had a strain called Golden Ticket. Somebody should make a strain called Lottery Tickets.
My question is it illegal to resell lottery tickets? You got to be
Hell
authorized.
yeah, nigga. Why you think, man? We was running the numbers, man. That's nigga shit already. Excuse my language. But the numbers, that's all that the lottery
Running
is.
goddamn
We've been
excuse.
doing that.
Conspiracy realist. You like turtles? Turtles are cool. I had a
Yeah.
box turtle that I had found in a swamp before. It was cool. I had to give it back to God.
To nature. To Gaia. Give your box turtle back to Gaia.
I had to give it back to God. They wouldn't let me have it. God said I had to give it back. Man, that's why nobody like us ever gonna win this bitch. Nobody. Lottery does sound good, but would you want to smoke a lot? I'm smoking the lottery.
Hell yeah. It's $1 billion blunt, bitch.
I am gonna have y'all name because I got
This is a $1
matter,
billion joint.
okay. Matter of fact, I am making currently 14 strains, and I'm gonna have y'all name one of them. The chat on one of these shows coming up. Once I make sure that I actually have 14 strains, so I'm attempting right now. But if everything goes right, which I see no reason for it not to. Hey, that reject stoned and streaming that I made, man, that I can't let go. I'm pollinating that motherfucker too. Man, I can't let it go, bro. I can't let it go. I know it was the fuck, man, that was just terrible. Guys, I've never bred it, man. That's oh my god. It was really terrible. It was the worst of two plants. But I just can't let it go. Powerball. Power nuts.
Man, you gotta name it. Man, you gotta let me name one of them strains, man. I got a good name for you.
Oh, MGK. That don't sound bad. It's short to the point. What you man, you gonna do some you gonna give me some crazy shit. I already know what you gonna say. Dog nuts. Dog nuts. From Chosen's Choice. I know the type of shit you'll say. What you gonna
Falcon
say?
feet.
Falcon ear. Falcons don't have ears.
This is that Falcon feet right here. Man, I'm high as Falcon feet, man. You know, but nah, that's not what it was gonna be. But your dumb ass came over there. Funk Uncle Fuck Knuckle. Okay. Yeah.
And next.
That is fire.
Hey.
Fire.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Stick to these nuts. Stick to these nuts, man.
Oh my god. Dog nuts.
I mean, your strain, of course. Sir. Strain, of course.
Uppercut. That's a good one. Uppercut's a good one. Blue balls, kinfolk. It just can't be no long ass name. Motherfucker be like the greatest strain in the world. Like, man, no
I got a great strain name for you. Call it bitch Tots. TOTS.
Too close to tits.
Hey, you just put 2 tots in a bra.
Oh my god. Oh,
you just put 2 tater tots in a bra, man.
I swear to God, MGK. I swear, because nobody else knows what I'm talking about. This is what I need Endless to just hurry up and draw like 2 tots in the motherfucking bra. Like, that's the type of shit I be needing. I wish I could do the type of shit he could do, because I would actually draw 2 tots in a bra and put that shit up on the screen. Tots. Not to be confused with tits. Tits and tots. Blue balls or blue magic cross, it would be. Man, this blue magic is nice though. We're gonna have to figure something out with this shit. I'm gonna have to actually probably actually make some more of these, because every pheno that I've had so far has been pretty fucking outstanding. Actually, good yielders too. I got exactly like this was like a lot of times when you make a cross, like even the ones that's good you don't like foresee. It's like, oh, okay, that's cool. It was good, but this actually ended up being exactly specifically what I wanted, like the power from the high octane side, but like the size and like weight, you know what I'm saying, from the Lilac Diesel.
Whoa. One other thing that I wanted to talk about, man, and I think a lot of people skipped over this. Um, and maybe because it has
Hey,
not a lot of relevance. But did C Junkie J Beezy spread hops laden viroid?
mm, I read an article about like it's a purple strain that's hops laden virus resistant. They it just can't get it. But anyway, um, do I believe that happened? I do believe that happened personally.
Turkey tampon. Okay, we're gonna take his strain naming rights away.
You can't do anything else.
I'm not naming nothing after a tampon.
Nothing. Yeah, I think he did that. I think that, and I think you know what? Here's the thing. It's like I always say, two things can be true. I definitely think that happened, but I definitely think that happens a fucking lot, which is why I don't take clones or buy clones. I think that's a common problem. I go so far to say that it's so many people passing that shit around that it is probably not an epidemic, but it's a bigger problem than people will want to admit. It's a bigger problem than people will want to admit. Now, it ain't supposed to be nobody else in this bitch because I'm the only one here, but it's a bigger problem than people will want to admit, right? Because there's so many people, just like we was talking about in the shows that we seen, right? Giving away clones, cutting clones, and everything don't always be 100% sterile. And what people don't realize is, and it's like this with our own bodies. People have a tendency to where if they don't see it right away, they don't think it's real or they think everything is cool. And
Yeah.
certain things can affect your plant, and it affect them like later.
Well, let
Right?
me ask a question. I want to ask based off of El Mando, because the comment was isolate clones and spray them motherfuckers before putting in your growth. Now, most definitely can help and be beneficial and work depending on what it is. But hopslate and thyroid isn't something that you can just spray out of a plant. It's something that not well, from my knowledge, that's the question I had. Is there something? Because it seemed like maybe you might be in a different place than I am. Is there something in your area that you know of, some type of technology you can use for hopslate and viroid outside of um, the damn stem cells and shit?
Technology. Edits.
Because it might be, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, like at some point in time, there wasn't a whole bunch of people using sulfur for what was that powdery mildew or whatever the case may be. But then you started seeing people using it.
You smoking on that dookie dope. What you got in your bag, dookie dope? I'm not letting y'all name shit, number one. I can tell y'all that right now. Right the fuck now. No, none of you people are naming anything in this fucking chat. Because you motherfuckers are righteous. This your chat, the way they naming shit, boy. I'm talking.
Man, I don't make certain names like that, man. Booger Wolf, bro.
You motherfuckers.
What is going on?
Guys, I like real names, please.
Moon Cricket.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there. That shit right there.
Moon Cricket.
You gonna have white people are not gonna want to say that. Yeah, we got grape rock candy over here. We got pineapple OG over here, and yeah, we got a really big moon cricket over here. No one's gonna say they growing moon cricket. No one. Who's gonna say that? I'm not letting y'all name nothing at all. That is a one-dimensional plant. I had to get that shit away. Yeah, man, go ahead and change your name, man. Go ahead if you want to. Yeah, man. I let this nigga name it, man. He's yeah. I did. It ain't no. It ain't. I couldn't put a picture on the pack of this. I mean, what the fuck picture could I put for that? I couldn't. So yeah, man. Here we give it away. You want to give away, motherfucker? Get that shit right back. Nah, I'm cool. Here, I mailed it back to you, bud. We're okay. We're okay. You know who we missing today? Who I haven't seen? Lebanita. I have not seen her today, actually, in the chat. So hopefully she doing okay. I try to remember the regular people that come through this motherfucker, cause you know how I go. We small peoples here. So now we growing dogs, huh? Labrador. Yeah. Smoked that hibachi. Man, smoked salmon. Would that be a good strain name? Smoked salmon. Yeah, shit. I need to help cloning. Hey, you know what? Speaking of cloning, I actually and everything's going good so far. My cloners just I don't know what happened. Speaking of viruses, everything just kept dying. So I took one day. I took apart everything, sprayers, all that shit, soaked it in bleach, pretty much 24 hours. Took the shit, rinsed it out. Right behind it, 24 hours after that, soaked it in hydrogen peroxide. Right. Then put everything back together after another 24 hours, and everything been cool so far. But I don't know what the fuck had happened. Everything just started dying, bro. Like so, that's why I'm not even gonna have no next run after this because everything died. My next what would have been my next run, and they would have been half-ass ready. They all died. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy. Big piece, man. So I don't know. That was speaking about that viruses. I like to name my strains after shit that like. First of all, I'm high a lot, obviously, but I like to name my strains after shit that like kind of meant something to me. You know what I mean? So like, like Michael Landon, like that shit was just tight. Sometimes I name shit and I have some marketing to go with it, but it'll just never happen because I'm high and lazy. And I fucking hate marketing. I'm one of them people that feel like your work should definitely, you shouldn't need much marketing if your work is dope.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. When I think about that shit, I always think about a nigga being like, "Nigga, you told me this shit was Mike Larry." No, I told you it was Michael Landon. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit would be a fire ass little skit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I would market that shit.
I got it growing now. I can't wait till I get some I wasn't you ever made crosses that you wasn't that excited about, but you still made them anyway? Like I'm not that excited. Not to say it's not gonna be a good cross, cause that Pac-Man was pretty fucking nice. I actually was smoking that earlier. That's pretty nice, actually. No lie. I wasn't as excited. It wasn't like I was super excited about that neither. You know what I mean?
Well, I know, cause man, I kind of ruined the joy of Pac-Man for you when I came over here and posted the high score on the machine. Ever since then,
I just miss Pac-Man.
Shorty Wap doesn't like Pac-Man.
Miss Pac-Man. It's a big difference between Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. Big difference. But yeah, I wasn't that excited. Donkey Kong was what up, Buzz in the basement?
What up?
Can't clone Kush. It's so funny. Potty mouth pert. Dope fiend breath. What the fuck? Seeded it. I didn't got high. I forgot what I was saying. That's not professional at all. Type of a podcast you guys running over here. You get high and forget what the fuck you're saying and use foul words. You know what, y'all? I'm gonna tell you something. We enjoying ourselves now, but one of these days, if we get big enough, right? We'll be monetized and having better shit. Then we won't be cursing as much, and we'll have like graphics and all that bullshit. It's kind of, I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of hard to do that shit on your own when you like self power and everything with no, when you're doing the shit with love, with no hope of ever getting monetized or anything like that, right? But
Appreciate that, Orlando.
yeah, he was. Yes, he was.
Stoned and streaming barbecue and picnic coming soon.
We should actually fuck that. Don't stop cursing. I probably won't. Y'all know how I am, man. That was like that's the whole premise of the show. That like just cause like here's the thing, and Righteous will tell you this shit. Like this is actually how I am. Like when you see, that's probably part of the problem too. When you see me out, like this is literally like how I am. Like this is literally how I am. So, okay, all right, MGK. Now that I can talk, cause like usually I be on your shit, man. Look, it's like how they say nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Man, I gotta have something. That's the thing. I gotta start because I think I'm in a computer with no graphics card. Like this motherfucker is like probably like a 1990. I think I'm on a Tandy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck this is. We gotta start.
A 1992 Acer Chromebook.
Man, not even a Chromebook. This motherfucker, boy. One of these days, when man, I'll take the camera down this tower and embarrass the shit out of myself one of these days. I think it's the watch hours that we waiting on, cause like, man, we got like we over like 1,000 subs. I think it's like the watch time is something like ridiculous. Like I don't know, like it's like a lot of watch hours. But we on our way. You know what I mean? It ain't no thing. We do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know how it is, man. We do what we do. We do this for like the love and shit. Cool. You know what I'm saying? But again, like what I hope is motherfuckers get better equipment and expand out and have more shows. You know what I mean? And like better shit to where. And yeah, you right, MGK. A lot of this shit is actually just me wanting to sit down and be like, all right, I'm gonna use OBS instead of just saying StreamYard because it's easy. So like, yeah, I do need to just get with somebody, get with somebody to walk me through the shit. I had said something to Endless about that shit, like yo, but like when I be hearing the shit that y'all be using, it's like real money, and y'all be like, yeah, man, $500 for a graphics card ain't nothing. I'd be like, God damn, 500 for the fucking card, bitch. What is that? How much is that? Man, imagine what that card is going into. Good lord.
Becky. I named my rig Becky.
Yeah. Nah, you know how they say. I know that shit sound cliche, but a lot of shit would go back into the show. Hey, we can't do it now because I ain't got no money. But next show we'll do a giveaway. I'm gonna give away a box next show. Hold me to that. Mark that shit down.
And we're just because giving away 2 boxes.
Yeah, we could do that. I can give away 2 next week. Because I meant to do that on my birthday, but I didn't.
Man, you need to do some qualifications, man. Like motherfuckers we need 3. That's how you should do it, man. You need to do a motherfucking giveaway on Instagram. I know most people is here, but
yeah, I know.
Motherfuckers is tagging a couple people, subscribing up, you know.
I probably should do that. That's probably how I do it, because I ain't never really trip off on Instagram like that, but when my other page had went down to the point to where like I can still see when people send me shit, but I can't get to the page because a lot of y'all still. That's how I know a lot of y'all just send like mass tech mass memes because y'all still be sending that shit to the page I can't see them on, and I'll be like, bro, it gotta be on Archie Seco now. You know what I mean? It gotta be on there, so I can't even see what y'all saying, and some of that shit look like it'll be funny. Yeah, you definitely can't speak for everybody else, Calm.
I like potato salad.
Yeah, I
I'm
need
like potato salad.
yeah. See, now MGK, the type of shit that you spend on shit like that, that's what everybody in here. That's the type of shit, $1,000 shit. That's what we be spending on like lights. You know what I'm saying? That's what the fuck we spend on like lights and shit like that. So like, you know, it's hard. That would be like me telling you, okay, all the shit you doing right now, I need you to go spend an additional 5,000-6,000 on some other shit to go with it. Cause that's what growing would be for you. Cause I the meat and potatoes everybody in here go to I like grow rooms, like for real. I'm lost. I don't even know. Man, y'all tripping. We'll figure it out. If y'all notice, I don't really do fundraisers or giveaways and shit like that. Auctions. Although I did think about doing some shit like that, but here's the thing: I feel like this. In order to do shit like, I'm gonna have an auction, man, that's the type of shit that you do when you have green table numbers where you got like 100 people, 70 people in your chat. Then you can do shit like auctions. I'm not gonna look the same 13. Look, out of these 13 people that's watching now, 10 of y'all done already bought like damn near everything I got. Like, why would I auction some shit to y'all? Look at y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna check.
They want more.
Check it out.
They want more. Children'sChoice.net.
More.
Yeah. You already knew the shit was coming.
That's right, I fucking know you more. Hell yeah, cause everybody, my thing about EBT, everybody gotta eat. Shit. Everybody gotta eat. I miss them days. I be having to go, and it's like every time I get a plug on that shit, they just stop getting them. I be like, man, what the fuck? I'm right at that point in life to where I'm just over the point to where I don't really know that many people that get food stamps no more because I'm not like super broke, but I'm not to that next level where motherfuckers can just do shit, right? I'm like right in that mid chunk of all of us, nigga. Yeah, I know. I be thinking it. Hey, in my mind, we big too. I be thinking we big as shit too. But that's another thing I be thinking when I go on the green table. Like, can you imagine how hard it would be for me to highlight everybody? It's only like 15 of us, 14 of us. Man, if it was like 60 of us, it'd be real hard for me to highlight everybody. Like, chat. Nah, man, because you would. It would be great. It would be just like running anything else, and we all. That's how all of us are. We always try to perfect this shit, and everybody think they shit dope. Because everybody's shit really is dope. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It is amazing. It's amazing how much good weed it is out here, bro. That's what I be saying. Like I say it all the time. The days of like straight. I mean, don't get me wrong. It is trash ass weed out there, but it's a lot of very, very good weed out there too. Man, I know you can't.
It's okay.
Man, I done heard some of y'all say how much fucking lights cost, y'all. And look, that's the funny part. A lot of those same lights, you would really understand like growing weed because like you understand all the temperatures and it's like the same shit like when we grow weed, like all of them different temperatures, it's all the different stages that we use, like 3500 and 5K and shit like that. Like you already get like a portion of it. So funny. I have to check into that, but when I try to look into that shit just so we can get some shit going. Hell yeah. Hey man, that boy, man, look, he already got a tribe over there. That man is the leader of a tribe, number one. And he feed his tribe. Like if something go down, and it's like they gotta live off the land, I'm super confident. Ain't nobody over there starving. Fuck all of that. I've seen enough.
Hey, look, man, fuck living off the land. If you had to say, hey, man, go spend that $7 and make a meal for 4 to 6 people, I guarantee you, man, Pip's gonna get you right. And it's gonna have a protein. There's gonna be a protein in there too. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just gonna be
cornbread.
I just did a vegetable medley. Nah, not
Pip.
Not Pip. Pip gonna have all kind of shit. It's gonna be juice boxes, fruit cups, motherfucking 2 steaks, and macaroni and cheese. Nigga go figure it out. Nigga, $7. Nigga, how you get all that with $7?
Slow roasted.
You know what I'm saying?
I saved money because I cooked it outside. See, what I did was I saved money. I got a pig. I just buried a hole in the ground. Like, how do they cook? Where did this happen? Appreciate it, MGK. How do they cook that pig in the ground? I be wondering, like, how do they do that? Do they actually I know somebody in this bitch know. Is it an actual literal fire underground when they cooking the pig? How does that work?
They set the motherfucking coals on fire.
Like the same thing like in the barbecue pit?
Mm-hmm. Then they throw that motherfucking shit on there, and then they cover that shit. And that shit just be cooking underground. I imagine
with dirt?
With dirt over it. Because eventually what's going to happen is some coals. Sometimes the coals will stay lit depending on how much heat you put under there, you know what I'm saying?
So is it like aluminum foil, like on top of coals, or just the pig directly on the motherfucking hot ass coals? It seems like that would burn. It don't, like, it seemed like to me, it seemed like if it's hot enough to cook a pig, then one side of that bitch is going to be burned up.
No, I mean, they use a tarp, man. You gotta have a tarp.
Yes, they wrap it in foil. Okay, cool.
Right here.
Now my question is, can you do a baby pig? Can you do a small version of that?
Yeah, man, they do this shit all the time, man. They do that shit at the state fair.
Word?
You fuck around there at the right state fair. Nigga had that whole pig, slow roasted. Just rolling that bitch, rotisserie style.
Damn, y'all gonna have a nigga trying this shit. Y'all know that? Yeah, righteous. I went out and buried a hole in my backyard. Got some banana leaves and got a tarp. Look, I'm gonna get that same blue ass tarp you got. I know it's a different kind of tarp.
I said that shit, but you really don't use a tarp. I was just fucking around.
I know. I'm gonna get that same blue ass tarp. You gonna be like, Chosen, what would you do? Yeah, I wrap that shit in the blue tarp like you said, nigga. And I put that directly on the coals. That shit burst into flames before I get it covered up with the dirt. Hot bird living. Okay. Cabbage. Okay. It's a wreck in there and covering is like closing the oven. Okay. Piglings. Yummy. Baby pigs. Babe. Wasn't that Disney movie, Babe? Yeah, I want to roast Babe underground. So we do it in the ground over. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I am high, stoned, and streaming, so y'all got a certain shit got to break. My dumb ass always thought they just dug a hole, put some fire in that bitch, and threw the pig in there and just covered that shit up.
Some of them do that shit with hot ass rocks too.
It seemed like that's how they would do that shit in like Hawaii, like with hot rocks, like or hot wood. You know, like hot cinder blocks or some shit like that. You'll cook it, but you don't want to kill it. Well, damn. Who? I was watching somebody on Instagram. Was it one of y'all that had a whole pig? No, it was. It was that shit was Debo. That motherfucker had a whole pig. Man, that shit was crazy. He had that shit on the whole little on the fucking whole little reel that you spin that shit with. That shit was crazy. I don't know if he's still in here, but Debo, I know I seen that shit. Grill center, but and grill the whole pig down like a straight pizza oven, but it's a pig oven.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Best comment of the night right here. Best comment of the night. Piglings, yummy. Piglings. Oh man, I know he was serious too. I love piglings. All right, man. We done fucking went 2 hours, which is what this guy Kong always encourages us to do, is go 2 hours. Kong, if you see them Indians chop the hog head off, they had to hold it down. Look, see it running. Damn, that's like Timon and Pumbaa, huh? They just chop Timon head off.
Mm-hmm. They do that shit. Sometimes they'll motherfucking string them up by their feet and poke a hole in their neck with a fucking like a crowbar.
Pitchfork. You said a crowbar. Goddamn. Yeah, I just changed this tire a minute ago, but give me the crowbar. This is what I call my pig poker. Give him a pig poker. What kind of pig? Piglings, yummy. Piglings. Peter is finna fuck us up, nigga.
With that being said, it's been another beautiful episode of Man, Jerry, man. This is your boy Righteous Ain't Playing.
You ain't gonna roll call nobody, bro?
We been calling everybody out when they came in.
Damn. Cool. We can leave, man.
You see, they ready, man. They got them umbrellas out, man.
I ain't even have to tell.
Until you see, man.
I got you. Everybody, wait a minute. Everybody make sure visit ChosenChoice.net for all your seed needs.
God damn, man. What about FYGSpray.com, nigga? I mean,
I can't even finish before I can go to yours. Good Lord. Use the coupon code BOGO.
You said all, so goddamn, I don't need no more Z's now.
Nah, you don't. But you do have to go to FYG Spray for your reversal spray.
In the finest, family.
Holler at that man. Holler at that man. 10-pack Tanner. Holler at him.
Django says play. No, don't do that. Rain. Yes, rain. Rain charge.
We out, y'all. Y'all already know. Y'all got the umbrellas ready.
Rain. Every time you see the boy, got a brand new strain. And the shit so Waco. Flame. Put your ass in a ditch. Saddam El Hussein. Two things that a nigga know. Pot the beans, let the shit grow. Green like that mean go. That mean go. Two things that a nigga know. Pot the beans, let the shit grow. Green like that mean go. That mean go. That mango. Peep the game. Cheddar lingo. Nigga, how far would a green take you? As far as you go. That mango. Peep the game. Cheddar lingo. Nigga, how far would a green take you? As far as you go. It ain't no game. All of these niggas, they looking for game. Lining they pockets, they flooding they pockets, they lining they pockets with all of this change. Shit ain't no game. All of these niggas, they do it for gain. But one thing won't change, it will remain the same. None of these niggas will ever reign. All these hundreds in this bitch is gone. Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gone. Hope you brought your umbrella, it's gone. And we gon', cause it's gone. All these hundreds in this bitch is gone. Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gone. Hope you brought your umbrella, it's gone. And we gon', cause it's gone. All these hundreds in this bitch is gone. Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gone. Hope you brought your umbrella, it's gone. And we gon', cause it's gone.